machines have been off for a week.
No more
Can't believe it, I'm
bottles on
losing on
factory
Adrenatine
floors!
and Anti-Fizzle. Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice, and if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. You're asking me? That, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? It's planned. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, you will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Best do us.
Yeah. That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going.
We
That's
don't
right,
want
folks.
to make
Keep the chanting
demands,
going.
but no more peeing in
Easier
bottles
for
and
office.
cans.
So we're definitely making her miserable.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days. If you won't, with no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time. With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time. We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans. Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days. If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants. No more bottles on factory floors. Time for us to lock bathroom doors. If you won't let us sleep.
No qualms with turning this labor negotiation into a liquidation job, dear. Just say the word.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they Well, be...
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days. With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially And he's got... Remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment.
Right. That.
They work, and if that, it is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers, no,
That's right.
under
Right. That.
me.
Now hold it right there. We aren't here. Our shifts need... Second, finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Yeah. We just want a little decency, a little humanity, a little compassion. That's all.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans.
Welcome back. Auntie and I continue to have high hopes that you will come to shine. So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to... 12? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me... Well, it's true that data shows higher worker productivity on sleep than on stims. I never imagined restful production being more cost-effective than longer hours. That would translate into more profit for the plant. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? They want to What if they lounge? What if they take time to... Oh my. You're probably right. What more do they want? Free? Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. What? No! I would never! That's slander. And or libel. And you can't... Well, fuck. That... Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very...
With no rest and no doubt. If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the She willing to see reason? Free? What's next? Excellent. That must have been quite the negotiation. Well,
Damn! I really felt like... But I'll get him next time.
next time? Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
I suppose that passes for a happy ending among these corporatists. Excellent work, dear.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful. I have already informed the home. You may tell.
Consume in peace and we won't have a problem.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Troublemaker approach.
Check your scopes for combatant enemies.
security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this... is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm, remain vigilant, and obey security personnel. And always trust that the Sovereign protects.
See a few arc welders back in Triangle.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Lower the rate of death.
Do try to limit further damage, Commander. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Attention, subjects. The laboratory lockdown has been lifted, and your faith in the Sovereign has been reaffirmed. You may resume normal activities.
What do you want to wager there's something in there for Val we can use?
Help you?
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Combatant scan. Commander, can we talk? Commander, I've been so much. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to. Yes, you know, I knew him from before. Long. Very well. Anyway, that cell you cleared out in Newton might have one. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to.
Occasional frivolity. Oh, no, I do enjoy spectating. Tranicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake. And don't get me We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110% Auntie's choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's choice. Item. Business is good. We have positive bit flow.
Hey, think you dropped something?
But we...
Ready to waste it on your command.
considered that submitting ourselves voluntarily is what we don't require and would in fact waste resources that could be better spent on other subjects. Need I remind you that we're at war? All loyal subjects must be willing to sacrifice their own betterment on behalf of the greater good. I believe
But appreciate if you cleared out.
That somebody? Disruptive influences!
Give the order and up.
The Protectorate endures. Merit studies.
Disruptive influences!
I repeat.
Gray's on a string? Look at you today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Got my left.
Let's dispense with the help. Guns cocked and look.
Giving chase. These fools still linger. Each a vital call.
realign with the paradigm, to shed all manner of imperfect thoughts. All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lake of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Just like being back on smoke extraction detail at the shipyards.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, welcome to the wellness. You're not.
This protectorate subject appears to.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. What? It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental 2 hour. A baseline understanding of your character and background will assist our facilitators in I've undergone the procedure myself. Several times, they say, and...
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Ghoul.
Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / you're right.
Greeting, sub-query 1. Concise incorrect. Query 2. Rate your present level incorrect. Wait, query 3. Final. Query. How would your neighbors describe you? Process the formula 100. Now, your realignment with the paradigm begins now. Your realignment with the paradigm
You'll
begins
feel
now.
ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untorn inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
So refreshed, mentally, I confess, so refreshed.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part.
Can't stop picturing Sam going through this exact process.
Think only prescribed thoughts and of bliss and plenty. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented.
Oh, you're new.
And others are
Must
not.
be. You still No, they say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement. Wait, I couldn't leave. Are you in disguise? My commemorative pitch ball's in there.
We reject
Not just I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once, or one way out's the safest. That doesn't. Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well
Medicament.
Waters Wellnetarian, here on Prater.
Please proceed
to special.
The kitchen pantry is presently
Refresher Gould,
due to
the top
anomalous
cognitive
structural
advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we will touch on why our program is so very important.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 rounding up for clarity / medicament dispensement, has concluded for the day. Response, farewell statement.
It is a sad fact.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Direction. As my good friend the consul would say,
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
is crazily inept and slothful. We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose. The consul is the firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt.
No talking until the lecture's over.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
The system
Well, that was a load of crap.
From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Hello. You find my pitch ball? Upstairs.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires
Greetings,
it.
new person.
Mental
You have a quick query of
is so important.
answers to questions and no questions to answer.
Stifles on
Trust me, delay the particularity does wonders.
Prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Pondering begets disharmony.
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment.
I could tell you were in need of mental refreshment. I possess a particularly keen eye for such things.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for
Each a
making the
vital
refreshment
cog.
process
Each is a
more
vital
refreshing than
cog.
ever.
Medicament dispensary.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, distilling our sense of community.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
The paradigm ordains the
Of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Increases
Sustains the
tractability,
subject,
stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Oh, a new phase. But admitting you question is the first question, as every loyal and you've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But the medicament dispensement automac, the medicament dispensement automac, ice head refresher Gould, upstairs in the audiovisual aids office. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You'll
Violence deferred.
It's just like Zeb said. Mental refreshment really takes the meddling right out of folks. Makes them docile.
Science lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential.
Check enemy light just turned on.
You find my pitch ball? Upstairs, in a closet behind reception. Last time I saw it, at least.
Right is right, they never question. Never doubted.
That's why we are all happy and content.
Trust me, the lathe of particularity does.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Well, there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia.
Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation.
Personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive devisor responsible protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases trackability. Stifles unused agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
I see an unfriendly sword!
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Hostile spot!
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Let's say win.
Hostile.
Contact reestablished.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
I can tell you're in need of mental. You'll feel ever so
Your
much better
realignment
once you're
with the
friendly at your
paradigm
peaks.
begins now.
Hello. You find my pitch ball? Upstairs.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception. This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation.
To deliberate is to court ruin.
The lathe of particularity excoriates the terrible need.
Treaty, unscheduled walk-in.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sort of superior.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
sound. Why does the wall look so soft all of
Frequent.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh, Eve, to what end are you here? A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology. But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's Choice or the Order or my word, you're not a scrapper. Oh, do play along now. It's so rare there's a good. So, what of the Order? Our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free. What say you about Auntie's Choice, then? What does this... In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. I appreciate the It is true that those of us more ingeniously minded can... No. Well, admit I assumed this conversation would be... You don't think I'd... I must say that was moderate... Now, what next? Oh dear. The tech... Now, if you look... Feel free to scavenge around. It's not as if anything you find here will be any use to your mission.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Professor.
Eyes up. Hostile. Take him out!
it then.
Don't hurt him, please. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my Why, you'll have to forgive him right now. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from Head Refresher Ghoul. Well, absurd not. That all stopped after his next dip into the lake. No sub to even this stately form before you is... I will stay true to him and the Protectorate to the end. Just go. Please, just leave us. Just leave. Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Your siren's call.
Hello. You find my pitch? Oh! Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, okay. Okay. Ready to go then, I suppose. If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
Never question, never doubted.
Their
Please
zeal
proceed
never
to
lags.
the lecture hall to request an exception.
This is all. Oh, and after you, by all means. I fear I must insist.
Second Choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. We just made it.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all.
Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. Feel free.
Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed.
It's not the worst.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Anti-Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate designed very much respond to what you want. Through your decisions as
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's Choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you face rank and file. The big rib cut off tossball news from the home. But our Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program.
Okay, think you dropped something?
It's the burning sensation on everyone's tongue and upper GI tract. The Raptidon Bite, exclusively at the Bottom Runner.
I just had word. A murder. If they partner with us, it's only a matter of time before they. Certainly. Aren't you? What is anyone apart from the function they perform? If price matters, there's the bottom runger. Dingy little watering hole on the esplanade. Not glamorous, but you won't contract anything fatal from the drinks there. Probably. But for a person of me, you'll find the best choice in the upper portion of the promenade. Oh, wouldn't want. Suffice to say, Auntie Cleo is.
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition. Oh, all right.
I, for one, care little for the completion of stretch goals. You managed to avoid.
Now, I assume you won't mind. We have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. I'd say I like the sound.
How true.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? What else? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't... Oh, good to know, good to know. Excellent. Along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an...
I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Ah, I see we have an ideological fellow traveler. Why, this is a nice surprise. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. I received a most curious transmission from Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of the order, proposing we discuss the prospect of our groups working together. She stated this was your idea. A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Are you sure you'd rather pursue this over your current exclusive contract with us? Before I contact Ruth, I want to be 110% certain. Fine. I'll initiate a call with Ruth through a secure line in the conference room next door. Let's pick this up there. Don't keep me waiting. Who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
Why, I don't know what you're referring to, I'm sure. Compared to how I treat my staff, I'm being a peach.
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
I suppose you've passed muster. Certainly not averse to getting your hands dirty. But the give and take of deal-making is another matter entirely. From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
No one said anything about paying, but, it would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive.
Involving money in science seems questionable, but having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure you that Auntie's choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous! And a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
Exactly right.
I will want to run some calculations to be sure, but I'm willing to concede on this point for now. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's Rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner. A 50-50 split? But that's so equal. A poke in the eye would cost me less overhead. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it.
Certainly. I'll even extend our corporate partner's micro discount to Ruth as a show of good faith. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
By all means, know your worth and own your accomplishments. Perhaps when I'm more out of earshot, though. Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the Archive to consider.
We'll of course provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Toodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spireton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it. By all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. Well done. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops into the Archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the Archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the Archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Until the Order has control over the Archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
A peace treaty between the Order and Auntie's Choice falls under the category of historic event. This unit will preserve the date.
Artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's Choice. Item, business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work more. Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our run.
That outside contract.
There you are, our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes? Oh, don't. Fortunate as far as what happened. I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient. We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body.
That was actually considered at one time.
But, oh,
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated, not just that, it was the make it mine.
There's a sub.
Well then,
Parasite-free purple berries. The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice or its subsidiary companies, and the eating of said parasite absolves Auntie's Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
You might follow a ruinous religious doctrine and be driven by irrational, bloodthirsty urges, but you're a rather effective killer. And I respect that.
That means a lot coming from such a ruthless purveyor of death. Wish you'd let yourself really get into it sometimes, though. Get your face and hands drenched in blood.
That sounds disgusting,